time for my Premier League team of the season so far. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. 2024 is ending. It's a matter of hours away from ending, and it's a matter of hours before 2025 sparks a new chapter in the lives of myself and all of you. And of course, in terms of the Premier League, that also means another thing as well. The transfer window is also opening tomorrow as well. The winter transfer window is upon us. And of course, in terms of the Premier League, well, we are halfway through. We're entering the halfway stage of the Premier League campaign, and this is where a lot of people throw up their team of the season so far. So this video is going to present mine. We're going to get into it in a little while, but before we do, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things always and forever be greatly appreciated. I also want you to get involved in this topic as well. Sure, it's a very interesting and very debatable topic on our hands here, so I do want to get your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure make for great and interesting reading down below in that comment section. Use and abuse that comment section. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And who would you have in your own Premier League team of the season so far? Right, sound good? Great. Let's get on with my personal team selection. And first and foremost, I'm going to start off with the goalkeeper, and I've gone with a Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, Mats Sells, a man who has got 8 clean sheets so far this season, the most out of any goalkeeper. I know obviously Liverpool and Everton have only played 18 games. Arsenal played their 19th game against Brentford on Wednesday. You know, I get it. It's fine. Great. But this man has been superb. And this man is a big cog in the machine that Nuno Espirito Santo's side has become this season. No one was expecting Nottingham Forest to reach the stages that they have so far this campaign. And oh my God, are they absolutely enjoying the ride right now. They have been absolutely brilliant, Nottingham Forest have. And this man in particular has been outstanding. He's an FPL gem. He is a man who has pulled off so many incredible saves this season. Been a big part of Nottingham Forest season. A season in which, like I say, they are exploring new heights of the Premier League. Not seen in a top division for the first time in a very long time for Nottingham Forest. He has been absolutely outstanding. And yes, there are some other competition there. You can maybe argue with Jordan Pickford given his clean sheet, numbers as well. You can maybe argue David Raya. I would personally like to throw in the likes of Keeman Kelleher and Alisson, but of course with them kind of only being half in, half out the season, Alisson with injury, Kelleher deputising for the injured Alisson, it didn't seem right to put either of them two in it. Just wanted to kind of throw them in there as honourable mentions. So Sells for me beats the likes of Pickford, beats the likes of David Raya as well, with some incredible saves and of course the biggest clean sheet numbers so far this season, and he has been a big part of that and a big part as to why Forest are where they are right now. Next, moving on to the centre-back pairing, and I have gone with one Virgil van Dijk, and this was really a toss of a coin. Gabriel. Virgil van Dijk, colossus this season. He is proving why so many people shouldn't have wrote him off when, you know, he didn't quite get back to the heights that he had been following his huge injury a few years ago. He has got back to those heights and maybe even exceeded them. He is an absolute phenomenon. He's a beast. He is an absolute machine in the heart of Arne Slot's defence. I think he's a shoo-in. I think he is a definite shoo-in for what he's done and for what he's achieving so far this season. The leadership he's showing. And obviously he is leading Liverpool into battle week in, week out, and has led Liverpool to, of course, where they are right now, top of the league, and with a pretty big cushion of points separating them from second place. Alongside him, I've gone with Gabriel. Now, I'm not entirely confident with this one, and I am open to switching this one out. Part of this one is to appease the Arsenal fans that I'm sure will be moaning in the comments going, what about Gabriel? Gabriel, you should have had Gabriel. I get it. Gabriel has been awesome this season. He's been probably your best defender this season, both not just in the defensive third, but also in the attacking third as well when it comes to set pieces. This guy is a threat from set pieces in the box he's attacking in, and he's also fantastic at defending in the box that he is meant to be defending in. However, I was so close to putting in Milenkovic of Nottingham Forest. I think that guy has been outstanding. I think he's been one of the signings of the season. I think he's been absolutely brilliant for Nottingham Forest again. So, again, another Forest mention there. I also could have put in Ibrahima Konate. I think he's been an absolute colossus at the back alongside Van Dijk. And you can tell that we somewhat missed him a little bit this past month. And again, if he hadn't have picked up that injury, he probably would have gone in. But because of the injury, I didn't think it was fair to maybe put him in. Gabriel goes in. Again, I'm now, as I'm talking about, I probably should have put in Milenkovic. I think he's been outstanding so far this season. I think both have, and that's why I said, like, it's a toss of a coin. There are probably some other honourable mentions in there as well, but those three for me, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Milenkovic, you could probably throw in Konate's name as well. Those 3/4, those are the ones that for me are the ones to be completely considered for these two positions in this team. Next up, focusing on the fullback positions, and I've gone with Ola Aina of Nottingham Forest and Anthony Robinson of Fulham. Now, Aina, again, Forest. Third best defensive record in the Premier League so far. They are hitting the heights of top 4. They have been outstanding so far this season. And Sells and Milenkovic, who I mentioned earlier, and this guy have been big parts to that. Aina's been brilliant. He has really been brilliant in that right-back position. Again, could face competition. I know some people may want to throw Trent Alexander-Arnold in there, who's been phenomenal defensively. But again, maybe the slight injury does maybe knock him off a little bit. I'm gone with Aina, and especially because, obviously, like I say, Forest have hit these heights. They've hit these heights that no one was expecting them to do. No one was expecting them to be involved in the top 4 at this stage of the season. Probably not ever, in all honesty. But yet, here we are talking about a potential Champions League challenge. Champions League football challenge for Nottingham Forest. A potential top 4 race for Nottingham Forest. If, of course, their second half of the season is just as good as their first half of the season. Aina's been fantastic. He's speedy. He's quick. He likes to just take the ball and drive forward, wins free kicks. He is a very, very good addition to this side and to the Forest as a whole, in my opinion. On the opposite side of him, Anthony Robinson. Now, I think there have been quite a few left-backs this season that I can maybe give honourable mentions to here. Marc Cucurella of Chelsea springs to mind. There's Kirkes at Bournemouth. I think Ryan Aït-Nouri has been great at Wolves as well. An otherwise dark season for the Wanderers so far. But for me, Anthony Robinson is just a little bit head and shoulders above the rest. He has been brilliant. He's been fantastic. He's got 7 assists so far for Fulham this season, and it only looks like he's going to continue to get stronger as the season progresses. For me, Robinson has been absolutely fantastic. It's just tireless at times watching him, let alone how he must feel running up and down that left wing, game in, game out. He has been absolutely phenomenal. I like the look of this guy. I like the look of what he brings to this Fulham team. And the only downside I can say is that maybe he's starting to attract a little bit of interest from some of the bigger teams in the league as well. That's my only downside for Fulham. Enjoy him whilst he is there. He's been brilliant so far this season, and is head and shoulders, in my opinion, above the rest. Now we're moving to the midfield, where I've gone with Liverpool's Ryan Gravenberch and Chelsea's Moises Caicedo. I don't think there's much debate on this one. You can throw in some honourable mentions, of course, but I think these two have really stepped up their game this season and have really been exceptional for their respective clubs. And I think, again, similarly to Anthony Robinson, they are head and shoulders above the rest in that midfield area. Kudos to Arne Slot as well for noticing that this guy can play DM. I was sceptical at first. I'll admit I didn't think he could. I didn't think he had the capabilities of playing there, at least on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, on a long-term basis. But he has been a revelation in that Liverpool midfield. And Moises Caicedo is back to showing the kind of form as to why he was one of the most wanted men during his time at Brighton. He seemingly rediscovered the form that he's shown at with the Seagulls at his new club of Chelsea, and he is reaping the rewards right now. Past couple of games have fallen off for Chelsea a little bit, but one or two games aside doesn't take away from 19 games of brilliance as far as what the midfielder is concerned. Next up, we're going for the attacking option of Cole Palmer. Now, I was dangerously close to putting in Dejan Kulusevski of Spurs ahead of this man, but I can't look away from his goal contributions this season. Again, this guy has been exceptional. This guy's got 18 goal contributions this season in, I think, 18-19 games. 12 goals, 6 assists. As good as what Kulusevski has been, and he's been an otherwise bright light and an otherwise dark season for Spurs, so consistent, so brilliant to watch at times, I have to go with Cole Palmer, purely based on his goal contributions alone. Many people will say he's probably a penalty merchant. You still got to score the penalties. He's ice cold at times. His playmaking ability is still exceptional. He's constantly there. He's a constant threat. And many people may say he's not been as effective for Chelsea this season as he was last season. I think that's because the Chelsea team has become a little bit more well-rounded in the fact that Nicholas Jackson's been scoring goals this season, in the fact that Madueke's been chipping in every so often, in the fact that whether they've got Pedro Neto on the other side or Jadon Sancho, whoever it may be, there's a bit more of a team feeling, a squad feeling around Chelsea right now that's purely not reliant on Cole Palmer. Yes, he's still a star. Yes, he's still a gem. Yes, he's still an absolute diamond to have in that squad. But it's not like Chelsea are relying on him to drag them out of any sort of problems and issues they may have game to game. They're relying on other players, but this man is still performing. This man is still chipping in with goals, assists, creativity, you name it. This man has got it in the attacking third. And Chelsea and he are reaping the rewards right now. Next up, we go to the winger position, and we have got Mohamed Salah and Matheus Cunha. Now, do I really need to go over why this man is in it? Do I really need to? I've been waxing lyrical about Salah so much this season in other videos and my reaction videos. I don't really think I need to go over this man's achievements so far this season, but we will brush over it because why not? 30 goal contributions already this season, 17 goals, 13 assists, and that's just in the Premier League alone. This man is unstoppable right now, it seems. This man is on fire. Like an inferno blaze of fire that is not seemingly going to be put out anytime soon. He is on some level of form that everybody else is being left in the dust with, because he is exceptional. He is absolutely phenomenal, and his consistency is once again shining through, and he is on course to break records again this season. He's seemingly breaking them game by game. By the end of the season, who knows what he could have, and he is spearheading Liverpool to a title challenge. On the other side, Matheus Cunha. Now again, there could have been a couple of other options. There could be Luis Diaz, there could be Cody Gakpo, there could be one or two options that you can maybe throw in Matheus Cunha's way. But for me, again, it's been a dark season for Wolves, and this man has shone the brightest. He has been brilliant, he's been exceptional, he's been an FPL manager's dream selection. If you're looking for a bit of a bargain price, this man has got 10 goals and 4 assists for Wolves so far this campaign. He has been absolutely brilliant from that kind of position. And for me, Matheus Cunha goes into this side. He's been brilliant. He's been exceptional. But I must warn you now, Wolves fans, enjoy him whilst he lasts. Because similarly to Anthony Robinson earlier, this guy's gaining notoriety. And this guy is already having whispers and rumours regarding speculations surrounding where his footballing future may lie. So enjoy him while you have him, because it might be the last season you see Cunha in a Wolverhampton Wanderers shirt. Right now, he's brilliant. Enjoy him while he may last. And finally, penultimately, we've gone for our striker, and we've gone with Alexander Isak. Now, I could have gone with Erling Haaland. He's still the top goal scorer when you look at strikers. Mohamed Salah, technically not a striker. Haaland's got 14 goals. Goals do matter, but Haaland exploded out of the gates in the opening month or two of the season and has since dropped off, as have the rest of the Manchester City squad. I could have gone with Chris Wood, an honourable mention, and I was close to picking him. I get why a lot of people would go for Chris Wood. 11 goals, 1 assist. A very good return for a striker who has turned very clinical, very dominant in his time at Nottingham Forest. But I've gone with this man. 12 goals, 4 assists. He had a bit of a slow start to the campaign, but this man is seemingly getting the wheels in motion, and he is seemingly finding form, and he's seemingly showing how consistent he can be. And just at a time where Newcastle needed him to step up, this man has stepped up. And Newcastle are now firing on all cylinders, and they are going really well right now. Brilliant to see this Newcastle side gel together. Brilliant to see how good this man is. I don't know how long his stay at Newcastle will last, with all due respect. But he's been absolutely brilliant so far for the Magpies and for Eddie Howe. And that's why he goes above Chris Wood. That's why he goes above Erling Haaland, in my estimation, as being the best striker currently in the league right now. Currently, as in my personal Premier League team of the season. 12 goals, 4 assists. Alexander Isak takes the striker spot in my team. And finally, we come to the manager of the season. Now, this one was difficult because in my mind, there are 3 really good contenders. There is Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca. There's Liverpool manager Arne Slot. And then there's this man, Nuno Espirito Santo of Nottingham Forest. Now, I could make a case for each and every single one of those 3. Enzo Maresca, a lot of talk about Chelsea, a lot of talk about whether or not he was obviously going to hit the ground running at Chelsea, or whether this was going to be a set-up to fail job. A lot of people were questioning Chelsea, how good they were at the beginning of the campaign, how good they would be throughout the campaign. And now we see what's come about them. Liverpool, Arne Slot has been amazing. Arne Slot has been absolutely fantastic. Can't speak highly enough of him. He's got us to a point that I never thought we'd get to. Didn't think we'd be winning or in a position to win the Premier League, should I say. Didn't think we'd be in a position where we were top of the Champions League group either. I didn't expect that. And I've got to give him props as well. But the biggest surprise has been Nottingham Forest. They have been the biggest surprise this season. Reaching the heights that they have, doing the things that they have, having one of the best defences that they've had. And it's down to the brains behind the operation. This man, Nuno Espirito Santo. I can make a case for Arne Slot. I can make a case for Enzo Maresca. I can make a case for Nuno. And I think it is a big debate to have as to who is the manager of the season so far. But for me, I'm going with this man. I'm going to put my bias aside because I really want to put Slot there. But I'm going to put my bias aside. I'm going to go with Nuno. And I'm going to say that he has done a phenomenal job at Nottingham Forest so far this season. Small part of me hopes that that can continue. I'm more focused on Liverpool, though. More focused on the Reds, of course. And there you have it. Those are the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of my Premier League team of the season so far? That has obviously just played out before your very eyes. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about it. And let me know your own teams of the season so far in the comment section down below. Would love to hear what you have to say. Sure, it'll make for great and interesting reading. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things always and forever be greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Thank you all for supporting me throughout 2024. It's been amazing from you guys. If you are brand new, welcome along to the channel. If you are continuing the support, thank you all so much. All of that support means so much to me, and obviously great appreciation and never be taken for granted, all of that. So thank you all so much for that. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video. And for the last time in 2024, thanks all so much for watching, and I will see you all in 2025. See you later, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. See you in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Have a good night. Stay safe. Enjoy. See you all again very, very soon.